Lovely. So we're just going to do some gentle movements. We'll do some breathing. We'll do some visualization today. You might want to drop one ear to one shoulder. Feel the stretch on the opposite side of the neck. Drop the opposite ear to the other shoulder and feel the stretch on the other side of the neck. Maybe roll the chin to the chest. And you might already feel this, or if you're feeling pretty loose, you might rest your hands gently on top of your skull to give yourself just a little bit extra stretch down the back of the neck. And if you like, you can do some head rolls all the way around if that feels good dynamically. You choose. But if you do choose that, make sure you're going in both directions. So just, again, loosening up. And if you feel any pops or clicks or you hear anything, that's okay as long as there's no pain, right? We never want to experience pain. But as long as it feels okay, then you're not harming yourself if you feel anything shifting or moving. Lovely. Then you might do the same with the shoulders in one direction, the other direction, or some people like to do one shoulder at a time, which is great. Or maybe you want to do really nice, slow, small movements, or maybe you're someone who wants to do big, quick movements. Maybe you get the whole arms involved. It's whatever your body wants. So make sure you're listening to your body rather than your ego, because sometimes the ego wants to be big where the body actually would benefit from being calm or small, or do whatever feels good. And then we'll do a few stretches into the shoulder. So one, bringing an arm across, and you can grab for the wrist, or you can bend at the elbow, or you can grab for the opposite shoulder, whatever feels good. And then imagine dropping the shoulder down away from the ear. Sometimes I want to just creep up there, drop it down, and feel the stretch opening up in the back. Breathe here for a minute. Maybe you take a bigger breath than you have been. And let it go, and we'll switch sides. So opposite arm, crossing it over. And again, you can grab for the wrist, or you can bend up the opposite arm, or you can grab for the opposite shoulder. But think about dropping the shoulder away from the ear, feeling that stretch. And again, you might want to take a little bit bigger breath than you have been breathing today. And let it go. And shake it out. Do whatever you need to do. Wiggle your hips, or move the ankles, or doing some twists, whatever your body's asking for, so that you can find some stillness. And that might be lots of big movements, or it might just be a little bit of settling. And then when you feel like, okay, I've done the movements that my body is asking for, I'm ready to be still, I'll invite you to close your eyes if that feels good. Or you can simply lower your gaze, find a drishti, a single point of focus. And we'll come to the breath, grounding yourself right here, right now, feeling whatever's beneath you, and allowing yourself to melt into whatever's beneath you. You don't have to do any of the work. Let whatever's supporting you be that support. Trust it. Let it hold you. Thinking about a relaxed, tall spine. Letting the chest rise on the inhale. And letting the energy wash over you and come down the spine as you root down on the exhale. Inhaling up the front of the body, and then exhaling down the back of the body. Thinking about lifting on the inhale and settling on the exhale. Thinking about bringing the energy up through the feet, all the way up to the crown of the head, and then letting that energy wash over the back of your head and down the spine, all the way back down into the heels, back to the earth where it came from. And so, however, this is manifesting in you, feeling that energy come up the legs, up the torso, over the head. Let it come down your spine and back, down the back of the legs and into the earth. Feel this energy coming in as the chest rises, feeling expansive on the inhale and feeling grounded on the exhale. And we'll set an intention here. So thinking about what you would like the future to hold for you. How can we bring the future into the present? What is something that you would like to be true for you? Something that you would like to have more of in your life? Something that you would like to be in abundance, a way of being in this world, or an emotional state, or whatever it is, get really clear. If you like, you can close your eyes or can lower your gaze. And as you're thinking about this future self, this best version of you, let your breathing be really gentle, be really light, so that it's nearly imperceptible. The chest is rising just a little bit, sinking just a little bit. The belly rises just a little bit and sinks just a little bit. Let this future version of you come and meet you in the present moment, right here, right now. Go on a walk, hand in hand. What does this future look like? What is happening to you and what is happening for you? What are all of the good things that are coming to you? How can you accept these gifts with gratitude, with grace? Accepting this beautiful future and knowing that you deserve it and that you've worked hard and that these things are for you. And take 3 big breaths here in through the nose. And this open mouth exhale. In through the nose. And sigh it out. In through the nose. And let it all go, even vocalizing it if you like. What does it feel like to be the you in this future that we are bringing into the present? How does it feel in your heart as you breathe into your heart center? What things are aligned? What's working really well? What are the relationships you're nurturing? The people in your corner? Who is supporting you? Send them a bit of metta, a bit of loving kindness. Thank them for their support. What are they saying? What are they doing? What are you saying back? What are you empowered to do? Continue your walk with your future self and allow your future self to show you all of the right actions you've taken along the way to get to this place where you've manifested everything that you need and want. Sometimes in the present moment, we doubt our choices. We're not quite sure if we're doing the right thing, but we can't know until time has passed what the true outcomes or the results of these choices will be. Let your future self show you how you've made all of the decisions to lead to the place where you're supported, you're in alignment, you have the thing that you want, you feel peace, you feel calm, you feel like you're on your right path. Invite the breath into your belly and into the ribs and into the chest. And then exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Nice and slow and gentle, belly, ribs, chest. And exhaling, chest, ribs, belly. Take it at your own pace. You don't have to match me. Doing this 3-part breath. Again, gentle, easy. Make it easy on yourself. These don't have to be the biggest breaths ever. They just have to feel good in your body. As you fill up from the belly to the ribs to the chest, imagine a vessel with all of the knowledge, all of the skills, all of whatever it is you need to make this future reality. Imagine it pouring into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest. Maybe it's a mindset and you need the reassurance that you are worthy, you are capable, you have it within you, you have the support around you, into the belly, into the ribs, into the chest. And exhaling in the opposite way, let the chest sink, the ribs, and then the belly. And we'll do a few more like this. And then finish your next round. There's no rush. Take your time. Into the belly, the ribs, the chest, filling you up with everything you need, and then letting that go. And on your next exhale, chest, ribs, belly, let go of the breathing pattern. Allow the breath to return to normal. Let it breathe you in and out through the nose where you can. Just gentle, easy. We don't have to force the future to look how we want. We're better off taking the little hints that the universe provides, planting little seeds along our path, and allowing the path to unfold Sometimes it's a circuitous route. Sometimes we're in the woods or off on a detour, but that doesn't mean we're not on our way to the future we envision. And sometimes what we say we want manifests in a slightly different way than what we've imagined. And that's okay. We put it out to the universe. We breathe into our heart, saying, "This is what my heart of heart wants." And the universe conspires to help make it so. But we don't get to be prescriptive. We don't get to control every detail. We don't get to control other people. We only get to take our own next right action. Continue the walk with your future self. What is the next one right action? The smallest action? The tiny thing you can do this afternoon? Something to be kind to yourself. A baby step on the road to your dreams, on the road to having the thing that you want, or to being really content, because sometimes our biggest roadblock is not what we physically have or don't have. Sometimes our biggest roadblock is the way in which we're perceiving the opportunities that we have in front of us, or the struggles that we're overcoming. It's a combination of being ambitious and of allowing, and allowing things to unfold, and allowing things to unfold in their own time. We can be very impatient, but often when we let the universe decide, the patience is worth it, the wait is worth it. Ask your future self if there's anything else they'd like to tell you. And then let them go on their way. Let them merge with you, feeling your feet beneath you pressing into the earth as the earth presses back. And then allowing yourself to sink into what supports you. Allow yourself to feel really heavy. What does the heaviness feel like? Allow yourself to be held. And then allow yourself to feel really light, as if you're floating, as if you are less mass and more wave. What does it feel like to be buoyant, to be lifted? And then once again, allow yourself to feel heavy, to feel rooted, to feel grounded, to feel like you're melting into what supports you. And then one last time, feel in your body what it feels like to be light, to be air. What it feels like to be floating, to be buoyant. And then let go. We'll come back to the breath one last time. Breathing in And breathing out, feeling the belly rise, feeling the belly fall. And we'll end with a 4-7-8 breath, which is a really relaxing breath. You take it at your own count, your own pace, but this breath goes in for 4, a regular inhale. And we hold the breath at the top for about a count of 7. And then a long, slow exhale for a count of 8. And if you're not the counting type, you can just be intuitive. In, hold, and out. You don't have to stick with me. You can do what feels good to you. One more round. Take it at your own pace. There's no rush. In for 4. Holding the breath at the top for 7. And then a long, slow exhale for 8. Let the breath return to normal. Nice and gentle in and out through the nose. And then bring the tiniest little movements into your fingertips. Press into the toes. Maybe articulate the ankles and the wrists. Maybe involve the arms and the shoulders or the neck. Keeping the eyes closed and just exploring what does it feel like to move in a body that's been still for a little while. And then only when you're ready, you might cover the eyes and blink them open. Let the light come in gently and slowly. And when you're ready, come back into the room. Take a look around where you are. Think about your one small next best step to be in alignment with what your heart really wants. And when you're ready, you can go on with your day. Thanks for practicing with me today.